Cinema Justin, who was struggling, she's gonna have some attention from the physio, giving, of course, a chance to the Sierra Leone's to come together and have a chat. It is 24 for note after 3.3, moving at 6.8 is Team Tanzania. At the boundary so far, that was the first one from Nema Justin Pius, taking on the short ball, of course. The second one through the cover region to register her second boundary. That was a drop chance. Put down at point when she was still on 12. How many more runs is she going to add? And the one setting the ball down the leg side that went all the way to the boundary. Those are the boundaries so far in the 3.3 overs. Yet to get a wicket is Team Sierra Leone.
Pius was looking fluid there, but we look at the Manhattan thus far. Fourth over and second over, very fruitful for them, getting 7 runs in each of them. Nema looking, I hope it's just a little niggle. Is that her right leg? No, it's the left. Hopefully she's all right. These days the medical breaks are allowed. Only the physio can say the player is not fit to continue. Medical staff here have got to earn their mileage as well. So I'm good from Mineral there. I'll be hoping she can hold steady with 5 from 8. She's contented with protecting the strike for now. As Nema lets the shackles get broken with the early setting of the tone. Looks like she's all right. Donning the helmet again. Umpires Remy and Vicky saying all good. While the sun still shines here in Gahanga. Before that loss, Sierra Leone pumping up each other saying, are you ready for this? Yes, we're ready for you guys. Show us what you got.
Tell you, it's going to be a very long day in the office for Team Sierra Leone in the field. Of course, having lost the toss and allowing Team Tanzania with a very good batting lineup. They bat very deep to have a go this afternoon here at Gahanga International Cricket Ground at day 1, game number 3. Up on her feet is Nema Justin Pius. She is a fighter. Goes to the back foot, trying to create gap to play to the offside. Misses it completely. Is Swamutai. Taking her time, that lady there on your screens. She can be very dangerous if she gets going, of course.
From one left-hander to another, Selina Bull asking the big questions of Godfrey Mutai. Like the energy from the Sierra Leone bowlers. She's happy to go back to her bowling mark as soon as she delivers the ball. These are sights and scenes of real warriors. Where the class of Sawa Mutai running round, and what a fantastic stop there, right at the boundary from shot number 99, Patricia Pratt. Looking all stylish with that blonde look.
That was the shot she was looking to get her going. Iswam Godfrey Mutai getting 2 runs with that back foot punch. Through covers, of course, and point. It is 26 for note after 4. Moving at 6.5 is Team Tanzania. It's going to be interesting now to see how Justin Pius is going to apply herself, given that, of course, she is not in the best shapes, of course. With that niggle, we saw the physio, of course, giving us some treatment. Annie Murray to continue from the pavilion end. beg your pardon, that's Linda Bull, the sister to Selena Bull. She'll be operating from the pavilion end. Spin into the attack. Soft hands are trying to sneak in for a single at these two. But very agile fielders in the 30-yard from Team Sierra Leone, denying them that quick single. On the back foot again, not enough timing, straight to that fielder at covers.
Spinner doing very well there from one bull to another. Sierra Leone looking to hold the bull by its horns. Linda and Selena operating well. Selena the previous over, now this is Linda. Hit crisply to Patricia Platt. Just the one good throw, one bounce to the keeper's gloves. I love this pop. This is good all-round cricket. Yes, Linda. The lefty breaking the shackles there, piercing it through the covers. One run, two. The footwork, not the very best, but they just managed to keep it in. And Linda Bull will collect.
A very good technique there from the left-hander. No ball signal by the umpire, Vicky Prajapati. Adding more salt into the wounds of the Sierra Leones. Taking a little shimmy when you look at that on the replay. Taking a little shimmy, getting to the reach of the ball. Allowing her to use the full face, piercing that gap between covers and mid-off. Free hit. Rocks back on the back foot. Pulled powerfully straight to that. Philo's been very busy in the power play. Pratt.
Patricia Pratt. I don't know what that hairstyle is called. This is the blonde look. This one's a bit reddish. Looks like one from the Russians.
Just love their style. I think she copied that from John Bangura, our very good friend.
Well, here is Linda Bull picking up nicely from her namesake, Selena Bull. Big appeal there, but Vicky Prajapati is not one of the leaniest umpires you'll find in this world. Doesn't give away too much. You hit pad, you think you've gotten your batter out. He thinks otherwise. Stand down all the appeals that have come from his end. From the ladies from Freetown. No run. Since that Nigo, Justin Pius has been struggling to set off. And that's the end of the over, Bob. That is the last ball.
That was the shot.
The shot. I beg your pardon. That was caressed through the covers by the lefty. That one deserved to be a boundary. And at the end of the 5, as you look at the guys enjoying the VIP area, many of them Rwandan internationals, the score is 31 for no loss after 5.
Will be a change in the bowling from the airport end. Shot number 108, Emma Kamara, one of the sisters, of course. Most spin. Full ball, hit powerfully with a lot of venom. Fast maximum. Here at Gahanga International Cricket Ground, the main ground comes off the blade of Mutai. It has taken her 13 deliveries to unleash her long levers. Picked up, welcoming the new bowler. Look at that on the replay. Effortless from Mutai.
She's taken her time to break the shackles. Mutai. But she welcomes Emma Kamara into the attack with the maximum.
Of course, with that maximum, they've put a fielder down to long on. And they have a deep square leg. Those are the only 2 fielders that were into the last over of the power play. How many more can these add to this total? It is 37 for naught after 5.1. 5 more deliveries in the power play here, Innocent. I would love to see them getting to that 45 plus.
What she's done here, she's played time, and now she's getting balls in the region she wants. What an effort. She's saved a certain boundary there, feeling at a, it's a rounder, short, fine leg. It's not really square leg, that one. She goes and see, she falls all over the place, and the dreaded finger does go up. Vicky Prajapati agrees that she wasn't in her crease. She didn't make ground. From one Kamara to another, Zainab Aminata Kamara, the keeper, completes the stamping or run out, whichever you look at it. Emma Kamara, the bowler, suffered a big blow, 6 out of the park, but she answers and bounces back nicely with a wicket.
Not only answering, it's that lady Mutai walking back to the dugout. A massive wicket for the Tanzanians. Look at that on the replay. Beaten by a flight from Kamara, of course. Once you miss that one, don't look back, Mutai, because the only way you look back is at the dugout. Very easy decision there for Vicky Prajapati. And there walks out Fatuma Kibasu with 1,245 runs in international cricket.
She disappeared away from the game for a couple of years after she scored 1,000 and became only one of 3 ladies in associate cricket to be with 1,000 runs. And now she makes a return at a tournament that she can truly dominate. Once upon a time, an opening batter, but she comes in at a good time, a time where a batter can set up herself nicely. And she's one player that knows her game. If she dictates pace like we've seen her do in the past before her mini sabbatical, well, Sierra Leone could be very well under the pump.
Absolutely. Not many players in women's cricket you find in T20 internationals with an average of 35. That's Fatuma Kibasu. The last time she was here, they won the trophy. She took a break, of course. 2 years back, she's now here in Kigali, Gahanga International Cricket Ground. Takes a little shimmy straight away. Shows you the confidence she has, the experience she possesses.
Emma Kamara gone for 6 of her first ball now. 3 dot balls in a row. She's ruling the roast.
Very good comeback indeed from Emma Kamara. One of course, the younger sisters of the 5 Kamaras. Wicket keeper the Kamara. Another Kamara asked for the helmet because of that little shimmy straight away from Fatuma Omari Kibasu. The highest individual score for any Tanzanian is that lady who walked out, replacing, of course, Swam Mutai with 127 not out against Eswatini back in 2021 in Gaborone.
Emma Kamara.
I have to find out here, Innocent, after this game, why she's putting on that number, 108. Might have a meaning to the youngster.
Yeah, she goes over the top, over the infield. If she chases, will she catch up? Yes, she does. The footwork saving the day. Because Sierra Leone coming from another of those big footballing nations in Africa. Some little good footwork there could save the day. Skipper Aminata Kamara, they are communicating with the dugout. They need something, and she's told at the end of the over, we'll sort you out. Keep working hard and fighting for us.
Look at the confidence. The wicketkeeper bringing out the helmet, starting up, and she carelessly takes a little shimmy.
It's a game of bat and ball. You play the ball, don't play the occasion. See ball, hit ball.
8 runs coming off the last over of the power play. A wicket and a double. It is 39 for 1 after 6. A lot of youngsters, of course, who play in Rwanda in the league, in the women's league. They've come here to learn a thing or two from their big sisters representing their nations. It's going to be leaderboard to continue right after the power play when the field is spread. It's going to be interesting to see how they go by their game, the Tanzanian batters. given that the field is now spread, there is a deep extra cover, long on, long off, deep mid wicket. Those are the boundary riders for Aminata Kamara, the captain of Team Sierra Leone. Rocks back on the back foot. There's protection in the deep. They'll carry it to only one run, allowing now Fatuma Kibasu to take strike. Interesting to see how Justin Byers, after that Nigo, of course, that treatment from the physio, she's now playing the anchor role, rotating the strike, allowing the new batter in to take more strike. Soft hands from Fatuma Kibasu. Very good running between the wickets. Very good awareness from these two. Keep the scoreboard ticking at these two. She is limping there on your screens, as you see. Not a good sign, especially given that they are playing their first game. They have 8 more games to play. They would love her to get back on her feet. She is an important player for Team Tanzania, former captain. Spin doing the trick for Team Sierra Leone, slowing down the scoring rate. Rocks back on the back foot, pull powerfully. There's protection, straight to the sweeper. They all settle for only one run. A very good matchup here for both sides.
Guilty party right there. Fatuma Marukibas was just trying to hack it across the line. Give it a full face. This is a tidy over. 3 runs from the first 5 deliveries bowled by Linda Bull in her second. Figures none for 8. But this time around the run. Who will stop this one? Patricia Pratt has been busy as a bumblebee. Only if she could improve her throws to the keeper. They're way too high.
4 runs coming off her second over is Linda Bull. And of course, with that single, we come to the end of the 7th. 43 for 1. Patricia Pratt bringing out the bucket hat. Player with a lot of swag. Moving at 7 runs and over. Close to 7 runs and over. Beg your pardon, is Team Tanzania. They would love a partnership also. We saw earlier in the morning there, you see the batting card. So I'm Godfrey Mutai, who had to depart. Walking past 1 for her 16 of 16 with a strike rate of 100. With a big maximum. There you see the partnership was 37 of 34 that was broken by the young Kamara. It's now up against these two, Neema and Kibasu. It is Kwibuka Women's T20 Tournament 2025 here live at Gahanga International Cricket Ground.
Neema holding steady on 16 from 21. Fatuma Kibasu 4 from 6. After Saum's dismissal, they must look to hold steady. Good feeling there from the skipper. 7 overs done, and Tanzania ticking along just nicely at over 6 runs per over. The platform is laid, but they will be looking to accelerate in the next phase. Neema Pius with the limp, but she's showing grit. She wants to fight for her team. Over the top, chance for a catch. Hit over her, butterfingers that went right through her. And it's a boundary for the legend Omaro Kibasu here, who is not here to waste time. For Fatuma Kibasu, her composure, her calmness will be key. She'll be waiting for the right time to unleash, and if she gets reprieves like this one, especially of like that, such a delivery, she will punish them, and they will pay for all their sins and those made by their ancestors.
Said you want to give chances up front to a player like Fatuma Kibasu. Make sure you hold on to any chance given by her. She is playing some fearless cricket, given, of course, she has the likes of the captain still out there, padded up, Mohamed Trufa, and I would say my best player for the past 3 years, Hudam Risho Omari. Swing and a miss.
This is a very crucial passage for Sierra Leone. If they pick up a wicket here, maybe they could be right back in it. But if this pair adds another 4 or 5 overs, then I tell you, they'll be looking for damage control from their own Sierra Leone. Aminata Kamara straying onto the legs. Patricia Pratt, the busiest of the fielders today. They won't take her on. She's shown them that she's riding the boundary, not by mistake. She's one of the best in the business.
Into the 8th over here, I'll tell you, Innocent, that young lady, Patricia Pratt, has covered close to 3 kilometers here. She's been very busy.
3 kilometers is my daily goal. If she has done that already, then she could as well go home and take a rest.
You need to work hard more. There you go. Another shot driven down to long off to bring up their 50 East Team Tanzania for the loss of 1 wicket after 8 overs.
The score is 125 at this rate. But at 50 for 1 in 8, they would like to get what Shufa Muhammad, the skipper, said at the toss. Get that 140 going on the scorecard. Give themselves a chance to fight with the ball when they come to play against a side that believes they're never out of a contest, even with the number 10 batting. That is Sierra Leone.
There comes their best bowler, is Alice File, coming in from the pavilion end.
Alice File, or Alice File, like you pronounce it, which is slashed over the point and gully region there. Does it get the full reward? Yes, it will get the full reward. Big chase there from Bull Selena, but will be in vain. Yeah, she's told if you bowl and you stray from the stumps and have trackers like that, I'll give it a full face and slice it over the infield. Fatuma is in full control. Look at her. The legend. Her bat has no dirty spots on the edges. He tells you she times the ball every time she plays out there. Again, this one here, she hacks it onto the onside, just throwing her hands to it. They want to consume many deliveries. Tells you she's a fruitful and very industrious player. I'd like to have a chat with her later and whisper and ask her a few inside questions on who lured her to come back to play, because she had left the scene without announcing her departure. Now she's back and we're all happy. Alice Fiye all over the place and nowhere. Vicky Prajapati tells you how she bought the last one. Very wild and wide, as he indicates.
Very good take there from the wicketkeeper. Of course, given that she has played more than 20 years in this beautiful game, she has the experience. She will not waste any time at the crease without scoring runs, of course. Oh, very good keeping again, but Vicky Prajapati says you have to reball that. Is Alice Fia, who is struggling in a fast over. She's been very impressive in the past years for Team Sierra Leone. Picked up, of course, the best bowler 2 years ago back in Nigeria in the Nigeria Invitational. Lovely shot there. Listen to the sound. There's a fielder in the deep who runs around the ball. The ball races away to the boundary. That was struck powerfully by Nema Justin Pius.
Alice Fiye, she's had a hell of an over. One should forget quickly because Small in size, but very deceptive. She's very strong. And look at how the ball nutmegs the fielder after the sudden bounce. Very, very there. Guilty in the best over sights. You want to see Mary Toure, the guilty part there, as the ball nutmegs her. Emma Justin into the 20s already.
Hold down the leg side, make that 12 runs off the first 3 deliveries from Alice Philly. Expensive over indeed.
Look at her over, and it's been a disaster. She was welcomed to the attack with a boundary by Fatuma Kibasu, then one, then wide, and another boundary, and now another wide. She's got another 3 deliveries to think about what she would love to do. You do best what you do. Early on in your spell, find your rhythm, early, find your groove. Otherwise, the batters look at you and you are shaky, and they take you on. More wides, more wides. Does this race to the boundary? The chase is on. The chase is good. And again, they run very well for 2. Make that 3 more wides to the total. 3 balls still to be bowled by Alice Phil. Very good bowler who is suffering here for no reason whatsoever. Nerves. Nervy moment for her. Again there, she's trying to tear the cover off the ball here. Nema Justin trying to give Alice Phil a nightmare of an over. She gets 1 run. She can't complete the second because of that limp in her walk. 16 is what the over has gone for thus far. The best over so far. At the start of this over, they were 50 for 1. And now, another 16 runs have appeared from nowhere. Hit across the line. Where does it go? For the legend. Again, they'll take 1. "17 runs in the over so far. 67 now for 1 after 80.5. Alice Phil again sized up very nicely by the young Nema Justin Pius, former skipper. It's a boundary. 21 run over to welcome Alice Phil officially into Kigali, and at Gahanga they say welcome. This is East Africa.
Short ball punished into the vacant region by Nema Justin, who moves to 26-21. When you look at those figures of Alice Phil in that first over, just add a plus. That can easily be a European number anywhere. It is 71 for 1 after 9 overs. Bryson Buchingo, the assistant coach of the men's national team, having a chat with his mate there, Adeline, who is assisting Leonard with the women's national team of Rwanda. And the men there in uniform to make sure the security is safe for every single nation participating in the 11th edition of Kwibuka Women's Tournament 2025. Selina Bull to continue from the airport end. 7.8 from Team Tanzania. Soft hands are intelligently done there by Fatuma Kibasu. You'd see the message is clear here, innocent. Fatuma Kibasu, she's trying to make sure Nema Justin has a go at the bowlers. She is limping. She won't be able to scamper for 2 runs. See ball, hit ball, they say.
And they believe in their powers. Yeah, they believe in their abilities. They know their game. It's a very well-drilled side, this Tanzanian outfit. It's like they win whenever they want to. Because every time they've come to Rwanda, they have won. Twice they've been here and they've won the Kwibuka. So they're here and they'll be hoping 3rd time lucky. There she goes. Nema Justin Pius there, literally batting on 1 leg but punishing the bowling.
Twice here in Rwanda they've won. Once in Nigeria they won it. This is a country that makes a statement everywhere they go.
Hence my statement, Bob. They win whenever they want. Nerve tester there. She's got to rub the legend. But those don't hurt. She's seen many battles. Look at her with the right smile.
Look at that eye.
He says, I'm watching you guys closely. You can hurt me now, but I'll hurt you later.
I believe Fatuma is telling Pius, we're not much up, eh?
Let's see what the legend does now. There she goes. Listening to Bob saying she will go after them if they try to hurt her. 23 for 1 now. Make that 74 for 1. 9.4. Pius on 27 from 27. Fatuma on 17 from 15. Alice Fee here was bumped for 21 in her last over.
There you go, straight at the die. Lovely shot from Nema Pius. Nobody moves her, says the Nema. The timing she has. Beast up delivery, up and over. Look at the smiles there. Serena Ball pitching it up. Go fetch, says Nema Pius. Lovely shot indeed to get her 5th boundary.
Nema Pius is looking very dangerous. She's soaked in the pressure very well. And she's punishing anything loose. Fatuma stemming the ball well. Lina Bull, what can you do? 7 runs in the over with 1 left. Go down. Linda Bull does very well to save certain 3 runs there. It's 1 run to end the over. At the halfway mark now of the first innings after Tanzania won the toss and elected to have a bat. They are 79 for 1. That's 10.
Linda Bull to continue from the pavilion end. Start off with a single.
Hey, Patricia Pratt with a wild throw, and see how they come through for the second. Nema just pass, maybe batting on one leg, but she will punish you for any lapse in the field and lapse in concentration. And right there, she smiles and tells the legend, awareness, we are operating at 100%.
Of course, it shows you with those smiles. It shows you how easy it has been for them to score runs. Halfway stage of the first innings, they are already into the 80s for the loss of 1 wicket.
Again, short ball hit very hard, but what a stop there. Short mid-wicket there. One bull to another. They're helping out each other. In a bull, trying to see if the legend is trying to back up too much. And very well played. I like the fact that Nema Justin Pass realizes that some deliveries are good and she respects them, not trying to go after everything she sees. This time round, hit round the corner. There's a sweeper running back through quickly. The throws could be better. The keeper is having a lot to do.
I love the fact that despite, of course, leaking a lot of runs in the first quarter of the first innings, their fielding has been top-notch. Putting their body behind the line is Team Selaleona. Pierces that gap again, straight to that fielder. Patricia Pratt got it off to only 1 run. And Selena Bull I beg your pardon, Lina Bull still has 1 ball to go, given only 4 runs in this over. Takes a little shimmy, a lovely shot. What an effort there from Lina Bull, putting her hand out. That was struck powerfully, that was going to race away. to the boundary shall save that team 3 runs. And of course, with that single, we come to the end of the 11th. It is 84 for 1. There you see the captain cheering, talking to the batters. The captain coming back into the attack from the airport end. Followed that occasion, driven powerfully between those two fielders that covers that pointer. But there's protection in the tip. And they all settle for only 1 run, edging closer and closer to that 3-digit mark. Spoke about, of course, at the toss, 140 plus, but the way these two are batting, given, of course, their batting lineup, I believe they're innocent. We're in to see the high score on day 1, surpassing, of course, that 145 of Rwanda. Apish, who wants it, there's a fielder at short third man, spills the beans, putting down Fatuma Omari Kibasu, giving a life on 19. Butterfingers, as you normally say.
Butterfingers will cost you much. Say catches win matches. Another Kamara bring herself back into the attack to make an inroad, but see how Kibasu is dropped. Alice Fie having a long day in the office. Her over went for 21, and now she drops what looks like an easy chance. Some lively pace from Aminata Kamara. Tanzania's innings continue to cruise along nicely with a couple of reprieves here and there. 86 for 1 now. Never pass, anchoring the ship well with 37 from 36. And then look at this drive from her. Does this pierce the gap? Very good stop, good footwork. And then Fatuma Kibasu will have to run very quickly. She's home safe and dry. She's done a very fantastic job. Fatuma, who is supporting nicely with 20 from 18. Nema on 39 from 37. This partnership is growing in leaps and bounds. Good flick around the corner there using her wrists to Patricia Pratt. She continues to make the scoreboard tick, not allowing to get bogged down. Tanzania batters are very confident in rotating the strike and punishing anything slightly loose, but you want to feel a wicket will turn here things and bring in some pressure with a new batter out there. But they have it all to do. Aminata Kamara.
Cuts away on that occasion. Last ball. There's a sweeper. That will settle for only 1 run. A very tidy over from Aminata Kamara, the captain, going for 6. It is the end of the 12th over. It is 90 for 1. This partnership is now worth 52 over 30 balls. Ospina knocks her over, outfoxed. Walking past one is Fatma Omari Kibasu, Emma Kamara once again changing ends, picking up the second wicket. No idea whatsoever for that legend, as we mentioned earlier. She has to take the long way back to the dugout for 21 of 19. A very good contribution indeed for Kibasu. 90 for 2 after 12.1. Emma Kamara picking up 2 wickets, going for only 8 in her 1.1, and she has managed to break this 50 partnership between Fatma Omar Kibasu. For 2 boundaries, I beg your pardon. You would feel here innocent, she's done her part. Look at that on the replay.
Dipping in, and then she didn't know too much about that. As soon as she went past her furniture is rearranged. Walking into bat at a very good time at 90 for 2 in 12.1 is Huda Mauricio Omari.
One of my favorites. Would add that. Very talented player she is. Keeps the scoreboard ticking up against the best Emma Kamara.
Makamara starts with a wicket and then she goes wide. So it's WW for her, but W is meaning different things. WD wide. Flight on offer. She could have hit that one anywhere she would have wanted, but she's happy to get her innings started. That's being sensible. Don't get too zealous up front.
What a way to get off the mark with that on driver on a full ball. As you just mentioned, is a very big gap between long on and deep mid wicket. She would have hit it anywhere she wanted, but she knows she has a long way to go if they are to get to that 170, allowing her former captain Justin to take strike. She's been out there for the past 13 overs. Cut away powerfully. And this time round, the chase is on. Oh, what an effort again. Saving her side. 2 runs. Is Aminata Kamara. She is everywhere. She is the captain leading from the front. The footwork has been impressive here. They have saved more than 25 runs in the field.
That's what they call using everything within your might, within your means to stop the balls. There she is again. Aminata Kamara going down there for the long barrier and then getting the lucky bounce. That falls into her hands. Parry is out, but she picks it up and then hands in quickly. He's into the 40s. Mauricio with a powerful back foot punch. Textbook-like. The way she's playing tells you of how much work she puts in the nets. Nobody comes in and punches like that. Yes, there are very many nets here, but very much she's been still in the dugout. But that's a result of a lot of hard work in training. And at the end of the 13th over, the score is 96 for 2.
Those are the 2 wickets. Swam Godfrey, 16 of 16 with 1 maximum. And Fatuma Omari Kibasu walking past 1. Being knocked over by Emma Kamara. She's still out there in the middle on 43 is Neema Justin with her partner Huda Mauricio, who is on 2. They see the bowling chart. Nothing much there apart from Emma Kamara, of course, who picked up the 2 wickets. They see the partnership of Fatuma Omari Kibasu and Neema Justin, which was broken by Emma Kamara. 53 of 40 deliveries. It's now up against these 2 very good friends. They are Huda Mauricio alongside Neema Justin. Pius. The wicketkeeper doesn't look very nice there. It's gonna get a lot of attention. Not sure what's happening. Is it the jet lag here, Innocent Daula? It is day 1. Looks like she might have hurt herself.
The humidity, I tell you, also could be working against her. Hot day. It's a cricketing season in Chigali, and the sun is out there scorching and searing.
I'm not sure it's hot for you. You've been traveling all over the world. This must be a very casual weather for you. I see the smiles here in the commentary box. Innocent.
on here at 6:42. Medical break. The medics are on to see what's happening. Those are the beautiful sights and sounds of the iconic and picturesque Gahanga International Cricket Stadium, the home of two of us now. The Rwandan Cricket Association offices have been set up here nicely as well. There is a computer block coming up there, a literacy project for the natives of Gahanga cricket, looking to give back to the community here. And then there is a hotel that will be built here on the premises with every social amenity. So teams could as well come here, camp here, and do everything they want in the off season. This is the dugout of Tanzania. Smiling faces. You can see Shufa Muhammad, the skipper, padded up already there, having a chat with the legendary Fatuma Omar Kibasu. It shows you there's telepathy in this side between the elders and the juniors. The youngsters gelling in nicely, and the little conversations going on. And they look so smart. Their new jersey with some African animal prints on it. They look to pick on with the successes they've had in the past. Team Tanzania. Mwanamvua Ushanga Hamisi, he was right there with some headgear on. So good here for Tanzania. Keeper back on her feet. She's got to work for her team. Zainabu Aminata Kamara. One of the 6 Kamara sisters. Selina Bull with the ball. The scores on 96 for 2 after 13. Chance in the air. And wicket is taken. No pace on the ball whatsoever. Wicket falls against the run of a very fine player, falls cheaply. Huda Marisha Omari gone for just 2 from 3 deliveries. She's a much better player than that. Deceived by the ball, the length. And there is Selina Bull for you, left arm. See that. Again, the ball popping up, and then the catch very well held on to there. From one bull to another. They're sharing the love. Selina and Linda. One the catcher, one the bowler.
Big wicket indeed. There comes in now. Get through there. Mushi joining that young lady there, the former captain, Nima Justin, who've been seeing all the 3 wickets from the other end. We saw, of course, in the morning game that young lady, Shakira Yomoza, registering the first half century of the tournament. Can Nima Justin be the second one? He has a lot of overs. Tidy bowling from Selina Bull. No ball, says Remi Singizwa, Rwanda International. What a way. What a chance to get off the strike of a free hit. Can she make good use of that? Is Gertrude. Selina Bull, on the other hand, is one of the players to watch out for in this tournament. She can hit a long ball. Very good, genuine all-rounder for Team Sierra Leone indeed. Shot number 77. Free hit. Swing and a miss. Lovely piece of bowling from Selena Bull. Pace on offer on that occasion. Trying to play her on the onside, misses it completely. Still moving at 7.2 is Team Tanzania. 3 rounds shy of that 3-digit mark. Soft answer. Oh, what a fielding. The fielding to me has been top notch from the Sierra Leones. Of course, a lot of credit to our mates back in Freetown. Abbas Gibla, John Bangura, Sydney Ture,
Raymond Coker, John Bangura, James Bangura, George Sese. All those big boys there must be watching and saying the hard work they put into the training, especially the guys like James Conte and Abbas Blah who train these girls. As well as John Bangura is in mind, my new fitness routine says continue working hard. Continue to give me some tips. A shout out to you, John Bangura, wherever you are. There's the left-hander. Bumper ball. Wide by Remy Singizwa. Indicated Vicky Prajapati was one also to ask him to indicate that that's the one for the over. Communication between the umpires. Of course, they're being watched here and assessed by a top man from the ICC, who is the tournament referee, Emmanuel Dube. And they're also happy they have a mentor umpire here in Foster Mutizwa, former wicketkeeper batter for Team Zimbabwe. I keep telling him he was born in the wrong era when Tatenda Taibu was at his very best.
Tatenda was a legend behind the stumps. Of course, with that ball, we come to the end of the 14th. It is 99 for 3. Team Tanzania moving at 7 runs and over. Emma Kamara will be bowling at that over. She's picked up 2 wickets, massive wickets. Coming in from the pavilion end. Can she pick up yet another wicket to add to her tally? And again, a lot of credit to Abbas Blah. I'm not sure if you've been following him. He's made sure they have now a women's league. One of the reasons you can see the improvements in the field. It's been top notch. The bowling, getting some spinners in. Oh, it's nice to give back to this beautiful game, Innocent.
The game has given us a good life. I keep saying sometimes the things I do now because the cricket has been nice and we've got to serve her. Don't take her for granted, but look at her. The right smile on that Emma Kamara's face. Again, a wide, ugly slog across the stumps. Give the strike to Nema Jason Paya. She's on 43 from 42. She's been seeing it as big as a football. Come in and swing for the heavens. You have 1 from 6. Using a lot of energy to score nothing. Again, she says, what are you talking about? Power, raw power from Gertrude Leopold Mushi.
With an offer on the occasion, and she has responded to you. She
says, you're only commentators. What are you talking about? You ain't seen nothing.
Right behind us here, you see Sarah Uwera, who has scored 39 in the first game. Making a statement in her comeback, of course.
She gave away her wicket with the bowling at her mercy. A 50 was on cards. I only seen her score a 50 when she played in the opening game of Rwanda at the Nigeria Cricket Invitational.
And of course, with that boundary from Gertrude, they crossed 100. Mark is
There she goes again. Chance for a catch. Oh no! That goes right through the middle of her fingers. Her head was in trouble for some time. 4 runs to the total. They've been feeling very well, but Emma Kamara has gone for 2 boundaries. One not her fault, but the power of Gertrude Leopold Mushi on shore. Look at that. That's not how you feel. Very, very guilty party there with the way she's been fielding. Husanatu Sawane. Husanatu can do a lot better. But Leopold came and played here 1 from 6, and now she's trying to silence everyone on the park, says, I've got the power. And now she has 2 boundaries, and now 9 from 11. Strike rate continues to improve at the end of the over. 107 for 3 in 15. Projected score is 143. And guess who comes into the attack to bowl now? Shot number 77. They have been bowling very well in tandem partnership. And this is Selina Bull, left arm, medium. In the air, who wants that? Right underneath it. Oh no, put down again. And guess who puts it down? Selina Bull.
Make that the 4th chance going down for Team Sierra Leone. Need to correct on these chances being given, of course. On the other side, Gertrude Leopold, she's making a statement after, of course, facing 6 deliveries for her 1 run, catching up with a strike rate. The intentions are clear when she was sent ahead of the likes of the captain herself, Paris Kamunya, is to try and get that 20 off 10. Down the leg side, get something on it. I will have to wait to see the indication from the umpire. By signal by Remi Sijizwa. To the pass flicked finer, but there's a fielder, a short fine leg. She's been given 2 lives. Is a Neymar. Justin Pius was given a life at 12 runs, and now she's been given a life at 43. 6. Nelson for 3 after his Team Tanzania. Neymar Justin Pius, the former captain, starting on 46 or 46 with a strike rate of 100. The last crucial overs of the first innings for Team Tanzania. How many more are they going to add to this total? They have a lot of wickets in hand. Short ball cut away powerfully. Listen to the sound of the blade of Gertrude Leopold getting a 3rd boundary coming out of the sweet spot of the blade.
She gets a bear hug from Neymar Justin Pass. You could think it is her on 46. Yet she's just on 9, and she's moved on to 13 with that hit. And her strike rate is even less than that of Neymar. But Neymar says, I believe you, Mama. You can go for it. Here is Bull. She mixes it up nicely. This time round by sector. Only if Neymar was fitter, they could have tried to go for the second. But Neymar says, stay put. I'm only 4 runs away from a half century.
Absolutely. One of the reasons she's played sensibly on that occasion, trying to get a single, allowing now Neymar Justin, who's been out there for 16 overs, 16.2 to be precise, to see if she can get to that half century. Full driven powerfully. There's protection. Selina Bull. Oh, body behind the line. That's what they teach us at the early stages of this game. That's exactly what Selina Bull has done, denying Neymar Justin Pius a boundary to get to that half century. 47 of 47.
Her previous high score has been just 65, just one half century to her name. Today she has a glorious chance to score her second half century. Nema Justin Pius, the former captain, only 404 runs for her talent. Firm contention of putting on a mammoth target that will be uncatchable. That is her rocket pocket, but a busy player.
Oh boy, what a half century for the former captain. Into the pads on that occasion. There's a field at short fighting. Very smartly played. She came. His name is Justin. She saw, she conquered. And she's playing a role to make sure they get to that 145 plus runs. It is 123 for 3 after 17. Projected score is still at 145, which looks to me as a very good total here.
Infield and races her to the boundary. They continue to get runs whenever they want. She reaches the half century and she continues to pump them. Pumping one boundary after another is former skipper Nema Justin Pius.
Oh, lovely shot down the ground again. Keeps the runs flowing. Is name Justin. I love her shot selection. Anything the ball shot will take you on and full, you'll fetch. Swing and a miss. Good comeback. Beating the outside edge is Aminata Kamara, who's bowling her last over of the quarter. Still wicketless is the captain of Team Sierra Leone. She would love, of course, to finish on a high, not leak more runs. Already has gone for 4. Soft hands. You can see the intentions are clear. Name of Justin Pius is trying to get Gertrude on strike. She's got in her half century. She's on 56 or 51 now. Try and see if she can clear the boundaries. Is Gertrude. She has proven us with those 3 boundaries, rocket boundaries.
Skipper continuing to work hard for her team. Aminata Kamara, lively player. She loves to continue to work.
Full again on that occasion.
This time round, she crims it straight to the long off fielder where there is Selena Bull. When the women's cricket continues to grow in Africa, you feel there is a chance that all teams could be evenly poised and they could punch each other power for power and go pound for pound.
I agree with you, Innocent. Give this team Sierra Leone the next 2 years, you'll see. Already they have the Kalahari in their pockets. Outplaying the Botswana, the hosts. Shows you how good they've been in the past couple of years.
On 29 for 3 now, how many more can they get? The innings of Tanzania continuing to swell. That's the very well hit. She put a hand to it and stopped it. But they'll run for the second. They'll go for the keeper's end. Keeper not there early enough. Hope she's safe. But look at Neymar. How she's batted and how she's running. That is a player you want to select as a coach or a selector every time you have a chance to pick her when she's fit. Because it doesn't matter whether she brings a lot to the table, but she's putting everything that she has within her means for everyone there in the world to see.
Tell you, innocent, you won't believe that this is a player who was limping in the third over. She's made sure she has stayed there in the middle. She has lost 3 wickets watching from the other end. She's now on 59 of 54, 7 boundaries with a strike rate of 109. Whereas a partner there, Gertrude, is still on 16, playing a handy knock.
And an innings bob has been laced with proper timing, strokes, and placement, and the running has been impeccable, even if she's been on one foot. That is the powerful Gertrude. She even doesn't leave the crease. She just shakes her head and says, "What would I have done?" She looks at the senior partner. There she goes. Watch out for Gertrude Leopold. She's going to be one that will punish many teams unknowingly because they know very little about her.
She lands on one team, she will score the fastest half century here. She believes in her power.
In judgment, it's just 4 runs is indicated by Remy Singizwa. With these two out there in the middle, 150 is surely on.
He's on the cards indeed. Gets away with that full ball. Takes a little shim again.
Call is 2. Someone is running around. Neymar goes, says it's all right.
Inside edge of that one. Fortune favors the brave, they say.
Bull chases. And they say, let's try and pick up a wicket here. It's this wicket that has given them a rough time. It's been a thorn in the flesh. Neymar pass on 72 from 60. Gertrude Leopold Mushi on strike now. She doesn't get hold of that, but Neymar will run. The throw, is that good enough? This Tanzanian squad, Bob, you haven't seen people like Mwanamvua Amisi Ushanga, who is on the bench today, but Jennifer Gabriel Kimaro can bat, Agnes Joseph Kwele can bat, Peris Zakayo Kamunya can bat, Shufa Mohammed can bat. Captain, that is in the air. Who wants that? No one is chasing. Patricia Pratt already gave up. She's ball watching. And that rolls out to the boundary. 4 runs to the total of a team.
What a gem of an innings here from the former captain, never Justin Pius. Threw everything at it, knowing she was playing it into the vacant region. Patricia was very agile in the first 10 overs. Takes a little shimmy again.
150 is up, Bob, from the previous shot. This time around, they 1-2, and they will go running. And then she runs out. The big hitter, Gertrude Leopold, last ball of the game. are running for an extra that could be the difference for the team. She dies not wondering. It was with conviction. Look at her. What a cameo she's had out there. Gertrude Leopold Mushi, new in the squad, but she's playing like a seasoned campaigner. And she's put her skills to test today. Her big hitting skills have been seen by all. And today, she falls for 19 from 21 on the last ball. It is the limping lady of the moment. Small in size, but I tell you, that size is deceptive. Whatever she doesn't have in size, she does make up with her abilities and her talent. And that's how Mushi got run out. Anger from Kamara to say, where are you running to? My name is Emma Kamara. You'll be out, and the run out will be mine. Her 4-over spell is beautiful because she picked up 2 wickets in there. Of the 4 wickets that fall on the day for Team Tanzania, Emma Kamara has got 2 for 35 in her 4 overs. One other is a run out. And this is how the things end here at the iconic and beautiful Gahanga International Cricket Stadium. Tanzania get 152 for 4 after 20 overs, after winning the toss and saying we will have a bat first. When we come back after the break, Sierra Leone will need 153 runs in 20 overs. Mutizwa, 30 of the day. Foster Mutizwa for this one. We're back and live here at Gahanga. Match day number 1, game number 3 is between the East Africans, Tanzania, who have won whenever they have turned up here in Kigali for the Kwibuka. Twice they've been here and they've won it twice, up against the West Africans. The ladies from Freetown, Stallion. Did win the toss. It was Tanzania that won the toss. And Tanzanians have put runs on board. Runs on board will always be runs on board. 152 for 4 is what they have put on. Sierra Leone who need 153 runs to win in 20 overs. You can see Nasra, Saidi, Nasoro with the ball. Back here in the comms box is a man who brings himself iced tea. I don't know if he's working alone or he's working with someone else. Bob Bashir Songa, welcome back to the comms box.
Thank you, Innocent. I believe your order is on the way. As we see shot number 99, Nasra Saidi, who's also back into the side of Tanzania. She has some magical figures, the best bowling individual figures for Tanzania. 5 for naught against Mali, 22nd June 2019 here at Gahanga, coming from the pavilion end. I remember that game. Now she's been given the ball from the airport end up against the 2 openers for Team Sierra Leone. Last moving the ball up front. Of course, Team Tanzania would love to see her picking up early wickets up front to go and finish up the game as soon as possible, have a quick shower and enough rest indeed. But the up against the women from Freetown. Well guided through third man for a single, and Sierra Leone is off the mark and running. It's the young Kamara. She did her part, picking up 2 wickets with the ball. She's been given the task ahead to open the batting for her side. Shot number 108. Interestingly, there's no sleeping player for Nasra Saidi. Full on the occasion. Big swing and a miss. Straight to the wicketkeeper batter, the captain herself, Shufa Mohammed. She has a third man fine leg. Typical feel for an opening bowler. Soft hands are trying to sneak in a single. Run out chance. And the first wicket is down. Courtesy of that throw from Swamutai from covers. Kamara has to take the long way back to the dugout, running herself out. Unnecessarily done by these two. Touch and go from Fatu Conte, selling her partner down the road. But they are very happy with that wicket. Is Team Tanzania. Very accurate throw straight into the hands of the captain Mohamed Shufa, and cleans up the run out. It is the first wicket down for Team Sierra Leone. Let's have a look at that on the replay. Right on the money, getting that late movement, opening up the blade. Straight to the fielder, Swamutai. Pick and throw. No chance whatsoever. Easily done by the captain. And the umpire, Vicky Prajapati, obliges, sending, of course, that young lady back into the dugout. First wicket down for Team Tanzania. Exactly what the doctor ordered for. looking to finish this as soon as possible.
Nasoro Saidi, shot 99. Any pace bowlers love that shot. The easier one to you to remember is Ilala Son of Uganda. That's where 99 as well. And there's a lefty out there. Talking about another name.
Giselle Ishimwe.
Giselle Ishimwe, Rwanda. I like the hop in the leg as she starts her bowling run up. Very well bowled. She almost cramped herself for room there. Emma Kamara ran out, saw down the river by Fatu Conte. Selena Bull, new batter in. Navi start to the chase for the Sierra Leone team. Full toss, hit very hard, but no finding the gap. A run out there, another chance there. Bull almost running out of her horns. End of the over. A very fine over ball there by Nasoro Saidi. Sierra Leone women on 2-for-1 after 1.
As we see that youngster shot number 2, Agnes Kwele, being brought into the attack from the pavilion end. Very young, talented player she is. She will be up against the 2 senior batters, Fatu Kote and Selena Bull. The left and right hand combination up front for the ladies from Freetown. She has a third man, fine leg. Another typical feel for an opening bowler pace on offer from Tanzania up front in the power play. No sleeping play again. They know Selena Bull is one of the wickets they want to pick up front.
Ground for room there. She was going nowhere. Tanzania are off to a furious start. A run-out wicket thanks to the quick hands of the lefty, Saum Mutai Godfrey. Agnes Kwele Joseph played a lot of cricket at the under-19 level. And I can tell you, Bob, big appeal there. Telling you about Agnes Kwele Joseph. She's not yet even 20. She's still 18. Captain at the under-19 level, already earning her rank in the senior team. Agnes Joseph Kwele, 30 wickets for her from the 29 innings she has bowled, but she's played 31 matches for her country. 2 of those innings have not been used as a bowler. Chance for a call, for a run out. Chance for a run. Fatuma Kibasu with a direct hit to the stumps. Not out is the call. We're home safe and right, but only just. Her best bowling figures are 3 for 8, an average of 12. Sierra Leone tentative in their chase. They'll look to work hard. It's a working day. Things are not looking good. Kwele always clocks good speeds. She's hitting the hard lanes very well as well. And she will challenge the batters to come forward. Kamara's run out still looming large. And see how they're playing her. Stepping away and playing a different line of the ball. It's like they're scared of the pace. And if they make it more accurate, they could have them in all sorts of trouble. Fatu Conte and Zaina Bull need to show a lot of patience and character here. The fight is on. Again, they are stepping around trying to put button to it. Looks like she's waiting for something within the hitting arc. Sometimes those deliveries don't come. They find a different dish served. It's not kuku and ugali every day.
Or chips my eye.
Sometimes you find Tanzanians giving you maize cobs with salt and sugar and pepper. Spicy dish is what they are serving up here with pace and more pace. From Nasoro to Kwele. Shofa. Happy with the efforts being put in by the bowlers. Never seen her angry, Shofa. Always smiling. Bob, who is the new consultant in the dugout for Team Sierra Leone?
Not happy faces there in the dugout of us. Team Sierra Leone, of course. A little bit of chat there from the captain herself.
Every time you say white face in the dugout, you know those are more brains. Hopefully they are bigger brains, not just numbers. Add to the dugout. But you can see them, they are blank faces. And when someone spots a blank face, you don't know whether they are sad or they are happy.
As for now, we see shot number 99 to continue proceedings with the new cherry is Nasra Saidi Nasoro. Operating from the airport end. It is 3-1, of course, after Fatu ran out Emma Kamara the first over. I'd love to see these two experienced batters try and build a partnership. So not give away a lot of wickets in the power play. Full into the path, flicked away into the vacant region. Can this be the first boundary? The chase is on, but the chase will be in vain as Selina Bull gets a first boundary. Taking a liking of that full ball over Nasra Saidi, looking for that movement. Not pitching it up is Nasra Saidi, and she has paid the price. Selina Bull, one of the very good batters for Team Sierra Leone. Look at that on the replay, full inside the power play, of course. Two fielders allowed to be outside the ring, allowing the ball to go all the way to the boundary. Loud appeal on that occasion, and the finger is up by Remy Sinjizwa, a boundary and a wicket straight up. Right on the money is Nasoro Saidi, picks up a wicket on her return.
The hugs are right there to be seen by all. Nasara Sayodi getting the breakthrough. Selina Bull take a walk. She's not happy when the dismissal says, hit me too high. But well, she could as well decide if she wants to be an umpire or a player.
Let's have a look at that. From the replay, she is not happy, but again, you gotta use your bat, young lady. Look at that on the replay, covering all the stumps. Oh boy, that's an easy decision. Loud appeal on that occasion, and the finger is up by Remy.
Straight and full. Sitting back in her crease. She'll complain a little bit about the height. But umpire's word is always final. And as a cricketer, if you learn to be contented with that, then you'll sleep and have a good night's dream. Otherwise, you'll get a nightmare. And nightmares don't get you good quality sleep.
But again, when you look at that on the replay again, every time you trigger that trigger movement, when it comes into play, make sure you use your bat. Because remember, you've covered that middle stump and leg. So everything that touches your pad, you have to go if the umpire, of course, raises his finger. It is a 7 for 2 after 2.2. Fatu Conte still yet to open her account after facing 5 deliveries. There you see Selina Bull dropped LB by Nasra Saidi Nasoro, 5 of 8 with 1 boundary. Zainab Aminata, another youngster in the making for Team Sierra Leone. Full again, age, no sleeping play. It will run down to third man. And she gets off the mark is Zainab Aminata. Smartly done by Nasra Nasoro Saidi. Getting that movement. Rotating the outside edge. She doesn't talk much, but will make sure her ball in hand. We'll do the talking for her. Fatu Conte up against Nasra now. Swing and a miss again, exposing all her stumps. Be very careful, young lady. One of the smart bowlers will give you that one that comes back. Always nice to see these opening batters using the full face of the bat, especially given they are playing the new ball. Ball again on this occasion. Run out chance. Oh, direct hit goes begging by Sophia Jerome. What an effort in the field. Good backing up there from Fatuma Kibasu and Swamutai. Electric fielding it is from Sophia Jerome. And she gets off the mark is Fatu Conte after facing 7 deliveries. Full on that occasion, beats the outside edge. I'm not sure how it didn't take the out stamper. A tidy over, going for a boundary and picking up a wicket and going for 6 runs in her second over is Nasra Saidi Nasoro. It is 9 for 2 after 3. I'll have a look at that, if possible, from the production side. That LB of Selina Bula. As we see, of course, Zainabu and Fatu taking their guard is going to be the youngster Kwele to continue from the pavilion end. All right, on the money, bat fast, says the umpire. Rushing her into the short is Agnes Quere. The 3 runs is Team Sierra Leone. There you see the LB. Could see that she had covered middle and leg. Easy decisions there from the umpire. Pace on offer. Swing and a miss. Using her shoulder, hitting the deckhand is Agnes Quere, the youngster. Only 18 years of age. And she's been making her statement. Swing and a miss again. Same result, same ball, same bowler. Straight to the wicket keeper. Struggling is Fatu Conte to middle ball. Not sure why she's backing away from the ball. You have to see her get into the line of the ball. We are yet, of course, to see the likes of Sofia Jerome. An interesting spinner she is. Goes for a big cut shot. White signal by the umpire Vicky Prajapati this time round. Getting it a little bit farther is Agnes Quere. The likes of Paris Kamunya, the leading wicket taker of Team Tanzania. She's yet to get the cherry from the captain. Sticking, of course, to the 2 opening bowlers, Agnes and Nasra Nasoro Saidi, who has already picked up a wicket. Umpires, of course, Remy Sejizgwa alongside Vicky Prajapati, Rwanda Internationals. Full again. Same result. No bat whatsoever. Not even getting close to the ball either. Fatu Conte, something, of course, she needs to go back and adjust on how she can get to the reach of the ball to make contact. It is 10 for 2 after 3.4 overs. Needing a mammoth over 143 is Team Sierra Leone. The big question here is Agnes Quere going to go full and straight? Oh, Fulham straight. Gets a healthy outside edge, but there is protection at third man. To carry it off to only one run. And this time around, she gets something on the bat is Fatu Conte. And Zainaba and Minata will be facing the last delivery of the fourth over. She's been watching everything from the other end. Love the fact that Team Tanzania has made sure they have cut the boundaries of the cards for Team Sierra Leone, not giving them free runs. It is, of course, a round robin. It might go down to the net run rate. You're going to win and win big, especially after posting a big total of 153. Try and come back, pin down the Sierra Leone batters, try and get as many wickets as possible. Last ball coming. Right on the money and well played from the youngster Zainaba to keeping it down. Finishes that second over, going for only 2 runs is Agnes Kwere Joseph. It is 11 for 2 after 4. Team Sierra Leone. That's joining us. This is match day 1, game number 3 of the Kwibuka Women's Tournament 2025 live here at Gahanga International Cricket Ground. We see the change in the bowling as we see Paris Zakayo Kamunya at number 3 into the attack. Has picked up 67 wickets with an average, of course, of 10.2. Leading wicket taker for Team Tanzania. Very smart bowler she is, coming in from the airport end. Same field, third one, fine leg outside the circle. Adjusting our field is Shufa Mohammed, the captain. You can see Nasra, I beg your pardon, Huda Marisha is going a little bit further at third man. Basically outside eight straight away, right on the money is Paris Kamunya. She has almost a short third man in play. For that, of course, healthy outside edge of Fatu Conte. This is, of course, the 11th edition of the Kwibuka tournament. They've won it twice. Is Team Tanzania. Cut away powerfully with Onofa, but straight to the fielder. Fatuma Kibasu covers, denying them, of course, that quick single. Sun is coming out here at Gahanga. Full on the occasion, missing all the stumps there. From Paris Kamunya, rolling her fingers. Deceiving, of course, Fatu Conte, who's played 13 deliveries for her 2 runs. Is looking to be out of answers on how, of course, to play the opening bowlers of Team Tanzania. Same ball, same result. Yet to concede a run is Paris Kamunya with 67 wickets to her belt. She's been outstanding down the road for her side. She have a go with the bat, of course, courtesy of Justine Neymar Pius, who put on a show of her own with the bat. Swing and a miss again. Turning out to be a bowling practice for Paris Kamunya. Oh, this time round she gets Sabatonita, Ronald chance. Oh, a little bit of fumble there from the fielder at mid-on. They're looking for the second run, very risky. But they will get there in no time. Is Zainab Aminata getting 2 runs to add to the total. Starting off with 2 runs is Paris Zakayo Kamunya. 13 for 2 after, beg your pardon, 15 for 2 after 5 overs. moving at 2 runs and over is Team Sierra Leone. She might have hurt herself. Is Zainab Aminata Kamara trying to sneak in, of course, for the second run. As we see the physio running to the fielder to have some treatment. Remember, safety comes first in this beautiful game. Of course, Team Tanzania, they will have a chance to huddle with the captain and have a chat, drink some water. We'll be back shortly after, of course, Zainab is up on her feet. There you see the batting card of Team Sierra Leone. Emma Kamara ran down the road after scoring 1 off 1 by her partner there, Fatu Conte, who is still not out after facing 17 for her 4 runs, alongside Selena Ball, who departed after hitting a very good boundary. And she was struck LBW by Nasra Saidi Nasoro and Zainab Aminata, who's getting some treatment. She's still not out after facing 3 for her 1 run. 2 extras being bowled by Team Tanzania in the first 5 overs, 1 over to go in the power play of the second game of the day here at Gahanga International Cricket Ground, main ground. Malawi on the Gahanga B is taking on Team Brazil. As the batter Zainab is back on her feet, there will be a change in the bowling as we see Sophia Jerome being brought into the attack from the pavilion end. Oh, goes on the back foot, beats the outside edge straight away. One of the best bowlers in this tournament, playing, of course, her first game. She will be very key for Team Tanzania in this tournament, especially right after the power play, to see how she can slow down things. Not an easy bowler to pick. Goes on the back foot again, straight to the field at covers Fatuma Kibasu. She is a rock in that particular position at covers. Beg your pardon, that's Paris Kamunya. Very interesting field here for Sofia Frank Jerome. She has 2 cover fielders. One right under the bat is Swamutai. Goes for a big cut shot again, the same result. She has Backward point as point covers mid off and shot that man. A very packed offside. Fall on that occasion, cut away powerfully straight to the fielder at covers Neymar Justin Pius, who's not looking very okay again. Very good to see her rushing the batters is Sofia Frank Jerome. Cut away again straight to Paris Kamunya in covers. Yet to consider runner. She is looking to ball a maiden here. Up front is Frank Jerome Sofia. She'll give you 3-4 leg spinners and she'll give you one that turns back into the right hander. Oh, there you go, Katawa again. Oh, what an effort at covers by Paris Kamunya, saving her team 3 runs. And they will scamper for 1 run at these 2. And that will be the end of her first over. Isa Sofia Frank Jerome giving away only 1 run. A very fantastic effort from Paris Kamunya at covers. It is the end of the power play. Scoreboard reading 14 for 2, I beg your pardon, after 6. They see the coach of Team Tanzania, and of course the assistant taking some notes. They've done a tremendous job in the first 6 overs, not going for more than 14 runs and picking up 2 wickets, bowling only 2 extras in the power play. Shows you how tidy they are with their bowling and hungry to get, of course, another win. 2 years ago, the last time they were here, they were the champions. Is the Team Tanzania. They come back after 2 years. What do they have for the people here in Rwanda and the people all over the world watching? Right after the power play, she sends a deep mid wicket, long on, and the deep extra cover is a Paris Kamunya coming in to bowl her second over, and they shot that man in play. Soft hands from Zainab. Started off with, of course, a 5 dot balls is Paris Kamunya in her first over. She would love to pick up another wicket to add to her tally. Fall on that occasion into the pass flicked. There's a fielder in the deeper. She'll carry it to only 1 run. Love the way Zainaba Aminata Kamara is applying herself. She knows she's not eating up a lot of balls as a partner there. Fatu Konta after facing 18 deliveries for her 4 runs. Is going to be the biggest worry for Team Sierra Leone here. Swing and a miss again. That has been the story from the first over of Paris Kamunya up against Fatu Conte. Swing and a miss. She has completely failed to pick up the pace bowlers of Team Tanzania is Fatu Conte. Something, of course, the coaches would love to analyze right after this game and see if she is the right person to open the batting. Well guarded, straight to shot that man, run out chance, a little bit of fumble, allowing them to scamper for a quick single. Good running between the wickets, a little bit risky but effective for Team Sierra Leone. Goes for a big pull shot. Almost gets an edge on that one is Zainab. Can see the pressure now is catching up on the youngster Aminata. Courtesy of her partner who's faced a lot of deliveries. Would love at this age to see these players applying themselves, trying to get in those singles, rotating the strike. Laura Pila. Umpire says not out. It looked like it has beat outside leg stump. Another tidy over, giving away only 2 runs is Paris Kamunya Zakayo. It is the end of the 7th over. It is 16 for 2. Team Sierra Leone moving at 2.2 runs and over. Of course, with no surprise, it's going to be the magician, the Sophia Jerome Frank, to continue from the pavilion end. She's been very tidy in her first over, giving away only 1 run. She's been spinning a web for Team Tanzania all along these years. Has a way of rushing batters, a bigger pardon. Fall on that occasion, get something on it. Straight to shot that man. And this couple for a quick single. Love to see them keeping the scoreboard ticking at these two. Get something, get behind the ball, get some bat on it. A lot of gaps in the field here. As I also welcome back Mr. Innocent Ndaura, who's from, of course, having that iced coffee he's been looking for. Welcome, Mr. Innocent.
Thank you, Bob. I come here, and while I was away, I was feeling for you because the session was without runs. It's all about Tanzania now. They're dictating pace here in the match. Second innings, they scored 152. Now, 135 needed from 76 balls. The little magician, Sophia Frank Jerome, continuing to spin a web of deceit all around the batters. Some controlled spinners here. Some are quicker, others are slower. She's mastered that trade over time. She used to give it a lot of air early on in her age and junior grade cricket. Now she's a seasoned pro, a senior player in this team, and a seasoned campaigner for her country. Little error from her now there. Wide, unlike her. That has been the tail of the tape. Dot balls one after the other, especially when Sophia Frank Jerome is bowling. Some exciting spinners hit, but to nowhere. Here we come. End of the over, 19 for 2 after 8. Sierra Leone looks like they have sided and held back from the thoughts of victory today. They're saying we're playing for pride. It's day one, but I tell you, whoever wins on day one sets the tone for their tournament. Caught and bowled. Perry Zakayo Kamunya. A very good catch taken there for her running and was moving quickly. But she picks up a wicket of her own bowling. And it's a good catch taken by a very parsimonious bowler. Perry Zakayo. Look at her figures. 1 for 4 in 2.1 now. 19 for 2 becomes 19 for 3. A new batter will be working out there in the middle. Aminata Kamara joining Fatu Conte. Fatu Conte on 6 from 25. Aminata Kamara in to replace Zainabu Kamara, the sister, who got 3 from 14. So run out. And is she in frame? No, she's not in anywhere in the frame. Suicidal single taken, and they pay the price. The wickets continue to tumble here in Gahanga. 1 makes 2, 2 makes 3, and now 3 has made 4. 19 for 4. They're in a hurry, and they will be sent for quick showers. Team Sierra Leone, they need to do a lot better. And today doesn't look like the day they will mount a fight. TZ have increased the volume just a little bit to make things a little black for Team Sierra Leone here on a very bright sunny day at the iconic Gahanga. Tail of the tape, Tanzania on top and in charge of traffic. The East Africans playing like and making look like Gahanga, look like the University of Dar es Salaam Oval. Or at the Daji Mkana. There is the scoreboard catching up with the game. 19 for 4, 18.2. 2 wickets in the over for Zakayo Kamunya. Almost getting another one. This one, yeah, French cut. Does it have the legs to cross the boundary? No. Good effort from the Tanzanians on the rope. She stays down, rolling and rolling. Huda Mauricio Omari in pain and discomfort. She's put her body on the line. I thought it was a little unnecessary because it looks like the game is in the bag. But the way these youngsters play, they throw their bodies all over the park like their life depends on them.
Looking at that injury here, Innocent, I would love to see Uda Mauricio back on her feet. She is the anchor of this team. She didn't have a go with the bat today as she had to depart for only 2 runs. But we all know her capability with the bat and what she adds in this team. There is to continue from the airport end. Some loud up here there, but you would say there was some bat on it, says the umpire, Remy Singizgwa. Very threatening she is with the ball in hand. Isa Perez, Zakayo Kamunya already picked up a wicket, going for only 6 runs in 2.4 overs. Fantastic figures indeed from the experienced player. Full again, looking to scamper for a single, and the partner says, no need is the captain, Aminata Kamara, who is yet to open her counter. And now this should be the partnership to make sure they get to something above 50 plus. We saw in the morning game Cameroon doing a fantastic job, despite, of course, losing against Team Rwanda, the hosts, making sure they break their own record, suppressing 49 runs. And of course, with that dot ball, we come to the end of the ninth. It is 21 for 4. Moving at 2 runs and over is Team Sierra Leone. Linda Bull and Aminata Kamara are the crease. 2 experienced players for Team Sierra Leone. Come back there from Sophia Frank Jerome after going for that boundary of the fast ball over third. Taking matters into her hands is the captain, Aminata Kamara. In the air again, into the vacant region. 2 is the call. They're running very hard. They decide not to take on the arm over Nasra Saidi Nasoro. Signs here innocent, as we see Uda Murisho back on the ground. And the fielder.
Very good signs that Sophia Frank Jerome now realizes it's not about flight, it's about control. Better. She needs to vary her pace, her lines.
Oh, absolutely much better line there from Sophia Frank Jerome.
Where to go? The wickets have tumbled here in quick succession. And where's that gone? French cut behind the keeper. They want to the dugout, but I tell you, if you're not the one in the middle, you can't be asking for runs you never scored. You've got to let the batters do their job because they can assess the situation better right there.
That's cricket, I will tell you, of 10 years ago where the dugout tells you what to do when you're out there in the middle.
Everybody's got to find their chance. And everybody must do what they can do. There she goes for a big heave. Swings and misses. Sophia Frank Jerome. Tidy customer and very neat figures thus far.
Six runs off a third over. Finishes at third with 10 runs conceded. Yet to pick up a wicket is Sophia Frank Jerome. It is 27 for 4. Halfway stage of the chaser. There you see the national team boys having a very good afternoon. There's a lot of breeze there on the mound. If you know Gahanga, you know exactly where those boys are seated. You normally say second fiddle. Berries to finish a quarter from the airport end. Starts off with one fuller. Swing and a miss from Lina Bull. Trying to play it on the onside. But I'll tell you, it's never easy when you know you're facing the player with the caliber of Kamunya. Always a lot of cutters. Never easy to pick up. Cutter powerfully straight to point. Run out chance again. No, the best throws from Nema Justin Pius there at point. That should have been another wicket if she had thrown an accurate throw to the wicket-keeper batter, the captain, Mohamed Trufa.
I like the fight for me from Tanzania. They score a whole lot of 152 runs, but they make it look like they scored 60 all out. 27 for 4, so making out 28 for 10.2 means that whatever Sierra Leone do, they will struggle to reach 60 runs.
I think they learned a lesson from Uganda, if I'm not mistaken, back in 2013-14, the under 19, where Uganda defended a very low score. So since then, they don't mind about that 150. They just want to get the job done as soon as possible.
That day, Uganda was 13 for 6, about 6 overs. And then there was a big partnership between Stefan Nampina and Richard Musamari that broke their hearts and made them not qualify for the Globals. And Uganda were happy to go to the Globals for the second time ever. First time since 2018. And I can tell you, Tanzanians were crying and no one could stop them from crying that day. I could feel their pain from where I was watching from in the commentary box. But cricket, you learn every day and you learn more when you lose. Chance for a catch. Shika was the call, and Shika it is. Another wicket tumbles. Nasra Saidi Nasoro, opening bowler, all over them in the park with the bowling and with the catching.
Not sure why. Aminata Kamara is waiting. She might have told the umpire it was grounded. But innocent, I will tell you, there is no way that ball was grounded. Gotta take the long way back, captain. You live by the sword, you die by it. She got one over the ropes, but this time round, being outfoxed by the Lekata over. Paris Kamunya holding out at mid-offer where Nasra Saidi Nasoro takes an easy catch. 5 wickets down, 28 runs on board. After 10.4, picking up a second is Paris. Look at those numbers there. Picking up 2 wickets, going for only 7 runs in her 3.4 overs. Annie Murray joins Linda Bull at the crease. And I love the fact that when you look at the way they have come by their game in the second innings, is that Team Tanzania, they have made sure no partnership, even a partnership of 10 runs, they've made sure Team Sierra Leone doesn't get one. Shows you how hungry they are.
$28 for 5 now. Paris Zakayo Kamunya. Amongst the wickets. They're crashing and falling like dominoes. Team Sierra Leone. Another one has just beaten the dust. Immediately, Bull tells Kamara, stay your end. Don't come anywhere closer to me. We're not playing fellow humans. We're playing aliens. They are in a Avenger mode. They want everything and anything we give them. And here she comes.
Soft answer. That will be the end of a very beautiful quarter there from Paris Zakayo Kamunya finishing, picking up 2 wickets, going for 7 runs in her spell. Fantastic job there. Make that 69 wickets. Is the reason she is the leading wicket taker for Team Tanzania. 28 for 5 after 11 is what the scoreboard reads. I see some people enjoying a cool drink there in the VIP area at Gahanga International Cricket Ground.
I know you wish you could be joining them. It's great company out there.
Still have 11 days, innocent.
I feel for you, Bob. How you hate early mornings and how you manage to pull it off during tournaments. Only you can tell us.
Sophia will be finishing a spell from the pavilion end. Still wicketless. She would love, of course, to add a wicket to her tally. It's been, of course, a beautiful day of cricket here at Gahanga. Excellent Hiroshima is Annie Murray. There's protection in the deep. Uda Mrisho who cast it off to only 1 run. Very good intent from the new batter in. But again, you would feel for most of the teams here, they haven't played international games for the past 7 months. Ah, what a series there. Absolutely. And that throw on the last ball. That's what these beautiful games brings at the table. Worth all the money in the world. And Sophia Frank Jerome finishes her spell. Wicketless, but she has made sure she has gone for only 14 in her 4 overs. 32 for 5 after 12. Moving at 2 is the Team Sierra Leone. Linda Bull alongside Annie Marie Monica. when you look at the way they played in the Kalahari, the previous tournament they won is Team Selaloyan with alongside the Eswatini, Botswana, Lesotho. It shows you the difference in the nations they played. They were skating 100 plus with ease, but here you can see they're struggling to get to that 50. Shows you what Kwibuka brings to the table.
Kwibuka, supposed to be a peace tournament, but I tell you, teams come here with fierce rivalries and a lot of scores to settle. 32 for 5 after 12. The legend is given a chance to roll her arm over, but the skipper says, hey, let me show you some love. Welcome back. We missed you while you were away. Cut. Chance will run out. He has thrown to the right end, but not accurately. Hey. Linda Bull tempting the devil with Monica Kamara trying to steal a single, a non-existent one. They will regret that one if they try to take it.
That's a very good throw indeed, but not accurate. But very good thinking, throwing to that end, the non-striker's end. He's picked up, of course, a couple of wickets. Is that legend, shot number 26, Fatmata. Oh, lovely shot down the ground. But there's protection, unfortunately. Those settle for only one run.
Very 4 for 5 now. 2 runs in the over. She's trying to run to nowhere. And she survives.
Oh, very interesting there. If she had hit the bullseye, Paris Kamunya, it was going to be very interesting to see the decision of the umpire. Last ball to come from the senior Fatma Omari Kibasu.
Over has been tight. Lots of flight on offer. Chance in the air. She won't hold on to that one there. It's a beautiful end to the over. 3 runs from the legend is over. Fatuma Omari Kibasu. Couple of Omaris in this team. There's Omari Kibasu, Omari Huda Murisho, and Omaru Taibu Saidi.
It's Omar Ramadan in the under 19. Those boys who made history for Tanzania.
They will be going to the World Cup. I have seen them and followed them religiously. And Atif Salim, wherever he is, I know he's watching on the stream, will be a happy man for the work he's done with the under 19s, taking them all over the place to the August House, members of Parliament, the state. I've dined with the president.
Can see the beauty now of posting that. Can see the beauty now of posting that mammoth of Toto. We get to see Nema Justin Pius roll her arm here.
I don't know when she last bowled.
Again, I'm not sure if this is an ideal technique for Team Tanzania. She's been limping, struggling with her cramps. Take rest. It is a long tournament, young lady.
And see what she's doing, using her legs to field. Oh no, there's no spare part for that one. Yes, the young bones do heal very fast. But at 23, Neymar is no longer a teenager. She must realize that and be wise enough not to use her legs.
It's very risky using your foot there, especially given that you're a very key player for your side.
The times she's bowled, only 10 times in the 40 matches she has played. So this is the 11th time she's bowling in her 41st match. And guess what? She'll get a wicket. Sophia Frank Jerome, the catcher. And it's wicket time. Neema Pius picking up only her 7th career wicket today. And her economy tells you that she's not a bowler because she flies at 6 per over. women's cricket, that's a little too much. But she's not feeling sorry for herself. Yes, she's picked up a wicket, but why risk can't bowl her when you may need her in a certain game that could be taken to the semi-finals?
Absolutely. She picks up that wicket over that lady, Annie Marie Monica, taking the long way back to the dugout. 6th wicket down, 35 runs on board. This is where exactly what you just said, as an experienced player, you have to take some rest. Big games are coming ahead. You haven't played Team Uganda, you haven't played Team Rwanda, you haven't played Team Zimbabwe. This is just day one. You can't afford to lose your key players. She will go with that wicket is Nema Justin Pius. She did her part with the bat.
Tell you Bob Bashir Song, and there's only one contender for player of the match. That's the lady you see with the ball. A wicket, and that half century, the second in the tournament, enough for her to walk home or to walk back to the hotel with the player of the match accolade. More kilograms for her on her flight back to Dar es Salaam. Full face from Neymar. It's a wicket maiden for Neymar Justin Pius, former skipper. And when she lost the captaincy, she decided to play freely, and looks like the captain was holding her abilities to express herself. 1 wicket for no run in her first over. 35 now for 6 after 14 overs. 6 overs to go. Can these guys get another 25 runs? The way they have bowled Team Tanzania, they look like they only set 70, and it's what they are defending. Fatuma Mari Kibasu hit to the sweeper in covers, where there is Agnes Kwele Joseph.
Back to your pointer, as these two keep the scoreboard ticking. To the contenders of the player of the match of this game, she scored 77 runs, carrying her team to a mammoth of 152. I'll tell you, this is her first game without being the captain of the team, playing freely. As an opener, she will be one of the contenders of the best bat of this tournament. If she keeps up, of course, her form. I'm not just jinxing her, but I believe in talent. She is one of the talented players. But I'll tell you something interesting here. The game up at Gahanga B is going down to the wire. Team Brazil taking on Malawi. Malawi, of course, are batting fast, scoring 101.
Wicket time there. The legend Fatuma Omaru Kibasu strikes. 1 brings 2. She says, if you have a wicket, your name, Neymar Justin Pius, and you've not been bowling all along, I'll pick 1, 2. 37 for 6 becomes 37 for 7. Linda Bull will take a walk.
Coming back to the game at Gahanga B, Malawi batted fast, 101 for 6 in their allotted overs. Brazil is on 73 for 2 in 12.2 overs. What a game.
They are batting like a house on fire. They want to get home safe and dry quickly, go to the hotel and cool off. They were the first team to arrive here in Kigali, and they're saying, well, if we were the first, we know the conditions better. And they didn't travel all those many miles for nothing. Brazil on top of that one.
The first time they've played the Kwibuka tournament, Innocent. Took their time, spending 2 years without coming here in Rwanda to participate in the Kwibuka tournament. But it looks like they are going to make a statement if they get their first win. Of course, led by Aurora Agatha, the captain, who scored 31. And the elder statesman, Roberta, the former captain, who's still not out, 24 of 36. with the 2 boundaries. Picking up her faster, the legend herself, living legend, they say. Fatima Omar Kibasu going for only 5. Laura Peel and the finger is up. Make that 2 wickets for Fatma Omar Kibasu. Struck LBW Isa Usinatu as she has to take a long way back to the dugout. Yet another duck from the ladies from Freetown as a man joins me here after this wicket. Cyprian Sajabi, my former commentator. He was part of the 10th edition of Kwibuka tournament. As we see that wicket on the replay, shuffles across trying to access the onside. Oh, is the decisions there from Remy Singizwa. Welcome to the commentary box. I believe now you've gotten a national ID. I cannot count how many times I've seen you here in Rwanda. Sometimes I come here at Gahanga and I find you here. You know all the Kokaburas, you know where they shine the ball. You might tell us a thing or two why team Tanzania has managed to pick up 8 wickets in just 37. Welcome, Ivan.
Yeah, thank you, Bob. Happy to be here yet again. It's the beautiful 11th edition of Kwibuka. Former captain there, named Justin Pius, doing the bowling there. But what a beautiful tournament that we are having. 9 teams here participating in this edition of Kwibuka. Of course, we commemorate the 1994 genocide against the Tutsis. But a very, very good theme there for the Kwibuka: unite, renew, remember. But of course, you would feel that Tanzania made a lot of good work in the first innings, pushing themselves to 152 runs. And the bowling also has been disciplined, 38 for 8. You would feel that it is all overdone there for Sierra Leone. Of course, Sierra Leone preparing for the Division 2 Women's World Cup qualifier that will be coming up. So they are coming to Kigali, gives them an edge. Try and make sure that you face some of these big girls. For example, Tanzania, they're already in Division 1. So if you face such a team, maybe you know the notes, you know where to correct. So I believe it's really a good thing for them to come around. But good lane and length there from Nema Justin Pius. She's only gone for 1 run. Her first over was a maiden where she picked up a wicket as well. And she so far bowled 1.2, conceding only 1 run still. That is hit down to the ground, but straight to the fielder there at mid-off, doing brilliant work there. But the sun has been so good to us. Since morning, it's been shining. We've actually had good action here. This 11th edition of Kwibuka.
You've been watching all the games here since morning. Tell us a few things on the game in the morning of one of the favorites in this tournament, the Zim HPC and Team Nigeria. It went down to the wire. Yes, Zim HPC won by 6 runs, defending 108, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, of course. Speaking about that game, I didn't watch the whole of it, but I watched just moments into it. You would feel that maybe Zimbabwe HPC could have gotten a little more runs, but Nigeria also very, very disciplined. Of course, Nigeria made many changes in the team, leaving out seasoned campaigners, players like Lucky Paiti not making a cut into this tournament. Yeah, because of exams and other engagements. Of course, even when you look at the Ugandan team, they have candidates that were arrested in this tour, and they made sure that they give space maybe to other people to come and shine. But Zimbabwe HPC, not a team that you can rule out in this tournament. Of course, one of the favorites. But they are batting today, not so convincing. So they also made changes, leaving a player like Love Tanyaraza down there in Zim. Last time they came, Chiesa Dururu was the captain, but this time around, Mvel Sibanda taking over leadership in the Zimbabwe HPC team. But beautiful tournament. Early days, Bob, we can't judge where this tournament is going. But I felt like maybe Nigeria just threw it away in the morning.
At the man out and clear. Early days, but I'll tell you here, Ivan, that this team here from Tanzania, they have come with a fully packed collective squad for the 11th edition. It's going to be very tough to beat these opponents. Again, going on. Malawi taking on Team Brazil. At the outside edge, but there is protection in the deeper. In Huda Mrisho, who cuts it off. They're looking for the second one. Run out chance. Oh, not sure what happened there to the captain. Shufa Muhammad.
Yeah, Shifa Mohammed just not collecting that one. She manages to stop it using part of her body, using the hips. And as you see there, she's rubbing the hips.
Yeah, they normally say hips don't lie. It is 40 for 8 after 16.2.
Yeah, good cricket here on display. Tanzania, season D campaigners. I tell you something, Bob. Tanzania is one of the teams that will keep fighting from ball one till the last ball. And you see there are some under 19 players making part. Jennifer, Gabriel, Kimaro, and Agnes Kweli, Josephine Shirima all making a cut in this tournament. So it's that also Tanzania, what they are looking at is building some bit of continuity. Second ball there, tries to hit it, but that looks like it hit the bat before knocking the pads. Another out there from the umpire. Of course, two children of the soil standing in this one, Remy Singizwa and Vicky Prajapati, making some good work here. Current run rate 2.50 and required run rate is 28. You would feel that it is all over. Half chance for a catch, brilliant fielding. But the precision of where to get the run out, not very convincing. And in the end, Sierra Leone adds one to the total. Patricia Pratt, 1 of 5. Sorry, 2 of 6. And Mari Ture, 4 of 7.
Very good fielding there and effort from Swalmutai there at mid wicket. The fielding has been top notch. We saw earlier team runner Giovanni's there at point, effecting in 2 run outs, 1 direct hit, hitting bullseye, pick and throw. We saw Team Sierra Leone in the first innings. It is 153. It would have been 180. That young lady there, Patricia Pratt, was very impressive in the first 10 overs. Nothing was going past her. So you can see the teams are going back and having their lessons back at home, of course, assisted by the former national team players. As we see, Nasoro catches the call, falling no man's land. And Neymar, gotta be very careful, young lady. She's using a lot of energy with one leg. You can see that she is limping. Not sure why she is forcing things. They have already won this one, I must say.
Yeah, Neymar, known for her fighting. Maybe it's one of the reasons that's why she's always selected. She's a former captain of that side. And you see that she's fielding point every time she gets chance. So point is not one of the easier positions to be at. The ball comes spinning at times. Another half chance there, but the run out not effected. But I tell you something, Bob, one of the things that I noticed, Cameroon played well in the morning. They didn't pick the victory, but when you look at the way they were fielding and applying their bowling, it was real outstanding. Last year they came, but they've made some notes.
Spoke about this earlier, me and Innocent. Out of 10, I gave them 6. Crossing 50, playing out 20 overs against Team Rwanda, the hosts. Something very impressive to me. They are very highest score ever international cricket here at Gahanga Cricket International Ground. I'll tell you, at Gahanga B, Brazil needs only 17 runs to register their first win.
I tell you something, the only thing that could worry Malawi is the fact that Brazil has not lost many wickets. They still have 7 wickets at hand, and 17 of 33. I tell you something, Malawi is at the verge of registering a first loss in this edition. Of course, last year Malawi got only 2 wins, beating Cameroon twice, but those are some of the players who play for Rwanda men's senior team, players like Meshoira Dukunda coming out. They came to support the women's team for Rwanda in the morning, but then they said the parting shots of this afternoon should be watching another game here. Good signs there to see some of the players keeping around and watching the women play.
You don't come from Kampala and go to Entebbe to watch only one game. I'll tell you, You will watch all the 2 games and go home at once.
Yeah, 107 there, and required run rate 35.67, current run rate 2.7. And you feel that this is all done for Sierra Leone. But the most important thing, Bob, is taking on the lessons, trying and make sure that you go and see things to correct. Of course, we saw the Sierra Leone team beating Botswana thrice during the BCA Kalahari tournament. Look at that brilliant fielding. Good work there being done by Tanzania. Another one there, flighted. And good with hard facing there. Of course, Tanzania coming with their experienced side, Saumu, Omari. Nema Justin, very, very strong there with the batting. Tries to hit that away, leaves Hakris. The wicket keeper there does late work, wiping off the bells. And Tanzania have the 9th wicket. 46 for 9 is now the score. And the last batter from the Sierra Leone dugout will make her way to the crease. Alice Philly.
Goodness, one of their best bowlers. She had a very bad day in the office on day 1, going for 21 runs. Courtesy of Nema Justin. Look at that on the replay. Took a little shimmy, moved past one. I do not look back. Just take the long way back to the dugout, young lady. Picking up her second wicket is Omari Kibasu, Fatima.
Fatuma Kibasu picking up 2 wickets. Of course, Fatuma Omari Kibasu not known for bowling. We've seen her in many tournaments, but she's not always been bowling. But she's known for her aggressive batting up front.
One of those days where you see Chris Gale having a ball. Of course, after posting a mammoth of a total like 153, why not? I've seen Innocent Daula ball before.
Yeah, Innocent Daula is a typical bowler known for his magic left. You cannot rule that out. And Innocent can hit a full toss for 6. First ball there, Alice Philly swings hard, but not close to the bat anyway. A dot ball there in the end. But the final for the IPL is on, ladies and gentlemen. That is it up in the air. Chance for a catch. Catches the call. A catch is taken. Nasoro takes that catch to see off Alice Philly. And that will mark the end of the match. Is a catch there. She didn't need to move a lot. She just managed to move forward a bit and try and make sure that she takes that catch. But just the update from the final of the IPL, as you watch that replay there on your screen, Alice Philly not getting close to the ball, playing it away from her body. Maybe if she had gotten close to it, she could have gotten it into the gap. But Royal Challengers Bengaluru batting first after losing the toss. Punjab won that one and elected to bowl. 53 for 1 is the score after 5.4. Of course, we saw Punjabi Kings knocking out the Mumbai Indians in that game where they managed to chase 204 runs. Shadias Air was the man on fire, seeing that side home. But it's all done here at Gahanga Main Cricket Oval. Of course, Tanzania returning back to this tournament, missing out last year and picking up a 105 runs victory on their return. Good work there being done.
Nothing much there to talk about from the batting card of Team Sierra Leone. Not a single player got into double digits there for the ladies from Sierra Leone. Very tidy in their bowling. 6 extras being bowled by Tanzanians in their 17.5 overs. Bowling out Team Sierra Leone by 47 runs. Winning by 105 runs, making a statement straight away. Is the Team Tanzania. They won the toss. They decided to have a bat first, scoring 153, the highest total on day 1 so far. And they have managed to go back at the hotel victorious. There you see the bowling chart, led by Fatuma Omari Kibasu, 2.5 overs, 11 dot balls, picking up 4 wickets with an economy of 2.1. And Paris Zakayo Kamunya was very tidy too, picking up 2 wickets with an economy of 1 point, going for only 7 runs. A very good collective performance from the Tanzanian side. Do not go anywhere. We'll be back shortly as we see the match summary of
Yeah, the match summary there, right there. Of course, Nema Justin Pius shining very, very bright. 77 of 62. Fatima Omar Chibas 21 of 20. Gertrude Mushi 19 of 21. Emma Kamara trying to put up a fight with the ball, picking up 2 wickets in her 3.5 overs, where she's gone for 34 runs, a bit costly. But the other things, nothing much to talk about. But in the fixtures, it will happen tomorrow as Innocent now prepares to bring the post-match report right to your screens. In the morning on this ground, Sierra Leone will take on Rwanda, and in the afternoon, Brazil will take on Nigeria at this ground. Yet on the other ground, the defending champions Uganda will take on Cameroon in the morning at Gahanga B Oval, whereas in the afternoon, Tanzania will take on Malawi. Ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of the match. Tanzania picking up 105 runs. As Innocent goes in for the post-match, I'd love to tell you that my name is Ivan Cyprian Sajabi. We've been here with Bob Bashir Makoi Songa, former captain for the side, and Innocent Idaola. A prince from Uganda will be coming right there with the post-match. For now, we are out.
So let's go up, and it go up. Look at the man. Serious.
Short. Quick, like a cold beat. Aminata, come closer. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, watching us wherever you are in the world. We're coming to the end of match day number 1, and this was game number 3 played between Tanzania, the East Africans, and the West Africans, Sierra Leone from Freetown. A very good game. Unfortunately, in game of cricket, there can only be one winner, and today the winner was Tanzania. Round of applause to yourselves for a 105-run victory. A very good game played. I'll have a quick chat with the two captains. Aminata, please come through. Aminata, tough game. What do you pick from the game? What were the positives you can take into the next game? Because it's a long tournament. If you drop your shoulders on match day 1, you may never bounce back.
Yeah, for this match, it's a learning process, and even we are looking through to learn because we are here to improve in ourselves. So we will look at our gaps and then improve in it.
The bowling and the fielding for you guys in the first 10 overs, the energy levels were high, and you showed a very good improvement when the last saw you around. You come from Kalahari series where you won. What are the positives you look at your team and say, these people today put up their hands and fought for us?
Okay, so I think we have some misfield, and our coaches are going to adjust in it, and also me the captain. I'm going to talk to my players, then we'll come back. As I say in the conference, it's a learning process for us.
Thank you very much. You spoke very well, and enjoy the rest of the tournament. Words from Kamara, they're here to learn. It's a learning process. You'll see a lot of them fresh from winning the Kalahari series. They will be in Botswana for the Division 2 championship. But now, let's talk to the winning captain. Shufa, you showed your class today. Just take me through the game for a person in Tanzania like Mr. Tif Salim watching and they didn't watch the game.
First of all, I'd like to thank my teams for the best effort they did to the field and all the best men they make a support to the Neema. That is all I can say for today.
And then your bowling today, your bowlers were very mean. Even guys like Neema, Justin Pass, we've not seen ball in a while. The legend Fatumo Mari Kibazu coming to bowl and picking wickets for fun. Just tell me about that, the bowling changes you made.
It's just a game, so we look for the batters who is struggling, and we took our best bowler for them to make a challenges. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Enjoy your 100-run 5 victory.
Thank you.
Words from Shufa saying she's happy to throw the ball around the park so that the bowlers stay warm because it's a long tournament and they're looking to go the long haul. To give out the player of the match award is our third today, former Zimbabwe international player Foster Mutizwa, wicketkeeper batter. Foster, please come. The whole dice is yours. I know you're big enough, but you can fit. Player of the match, a couple of contenders there, of course, Fatuma Mari Kibasu with her spell. They are picking up wickets and her knock, but the player of the match is a person who picked up 1 wicket for 3 runs in her 2 overs, and with the bat, she was batting literally on 1 leg, 72 from 66 with 10 boundaries. Neema Justin Pius, former captain Tanzania. Thank you, Foster. Neema, just one question. How did you manage to pull it off, batting on 1 leg? And then you also had the courage to come and ask the coach, the captain, to give you the ball to bowl. And then when you were bowling, you're using your legs to field. Aren't you worried about your body?
It's because of my team motivation and the way they motivate me. They told me I can do it. That is why I never give up.
Very well said. Every time Tanzania has come here, you were the captain the last time, they have won the trophy. 2 times you've been here, you've won. Is that the feeling in camp that you can go all the way and win again on your 3rd coming to the Kwibuka?
Exactly, yes.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
You heard it from Neema Justin Pius. They want to go, they want to win the trophy. And well, that is it from the presentation. We'll be back for game number 2 with 2 games on card here at Gahanga Oval. My name is Innocent Daula.